More now on the deepening rift between Donald Trump and the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, and Donald Trump's new sort of war on the GOP and what it could mean for the future of the Republican Party. Let's bring in Judy Bykiewicz. She's the national political reporter for the Associated Press and joins us now live with a White House backdrop. This has never happened. The Speaker of the House, the most powerful Republican in Washington, denounces the candidate, and now the candidate declares war on the Speaker of the House and the leadership of the party. Where does this leave the party?
It's not good for anyone involved, that's for sure. And I have to tell you, it feels a little bit like Groundhog Day in some sense, because we were talking about the same dynamic right after Donald Trump locked up the nomination many months ago. It just feels like we're sort of on a treadmill here. We're not making any progress at all on the Republican side. Of course, the Democrats were having splits as well, but they seem to have healed their divisions, and you certainly wouldn't see Hillary Clinton on a tweet storm against Bernie Sanders or Martin O'Malley or anyone else at this point in the election, close to Election Day.
But partly what Donald, and correct me if I'm wrong, but partly what Donald Trump is doing is telling his voters across the country, if your representative, like your congressional representative or your senator, has said, I do not support Donald Trump, he's telling them, don't vote for that person. And if they don't, then they all lose, right?
It's a disaster for everyone involved. Basically, it does feel a lot like a burn it all down type of strategy. He's certainly speaking very loudly to his base. The problem is his base isn't going to win him the election. It's the undecided voters at this point that he should be wooing and should have been wooing for a long time now.
But he made no play for those undecided voters. The voters that his own party designated as the ones they have to get to win were largely, as you know, college-educated women in the suburbs of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia as a microcosm, but others like them. And they defined what it was those voters wanted to hear. And then Donald Trump said the opposite of what they wanted to hear in the debate the other night. So it seemed to political observers that what he was doing was further solidifying his 35% base and not going after at all the voters who would make him win this election.
It's surprising that no one can get through to him on this point, particularly Kellyanne Conway, who must know what we're talking about here, must know the problems. It's like he's not listening, and he's just very comfortable speaking to his own base. And when he gets off topic, from speaking to his own crowds and his own base, he doesn't quite know what to do, it seems. So that growth, you know, I guess it could still happen where he starts reaching out, but, you know, gosh, we're what, 27, 28 days from Election Day. So things seem to be getting worse and worse for Republicans all the way up and down the ballot.
It's hard to understand how it would make a turn to go after those people now with that. There's another debate next week, so maybe then. Julie Bykiewicz at the White House, thank you.